Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm James and you're watching Blue Dog Aquatics. Alright guys, we made it back home from AquaShella, Chicago. We had an amazing time, met a lot of great people. It was just a blast. I swear to God I never sleep during those because it's just so much going on, always fast paced. But like I said, we made it back home. It was about an 8-hour drive back home for us, and we came home with a lot fuller trailer than we did going up because we brought home a huge paludarium thanks to our buddies over at Custom Cages. If you make sure to head down and see them down in Dallas. The Dallas show is coming up here October 30th and 31st if COVID doesn't screw it up. But if it doesn't, make sure to swing down and see us. Make sure to swing down and see them. They make amazing stuff. And one of the cool things is we did find a location for a storefront here in Omaha, Nebraska. We are negotiating on price right now, and then we will give you guys a full walkthrough of what it looks before, and then we'll have lots of videos of setting up terrariums and paludariums and aquariums and all that, because we'll be setting up a huge storefront. Now today what we're talking about is we got a new shrimp order in, and we got 2 new species that I've been looking for better part of 6 months, just because they are that hard to find right now. And what those are is the crystal white and the super blacks. And so we'll show you those. Make sure to, and while we're on the topic, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're enjoying our videos, we're up to 40 subscribers, which is insane. I think that's awesome. Hopefully we can keep that trend and keep on going. So if you have friends that enjoy this type of video, make sure to send them the link so that they can like and subscribe and we can keep building it up. Also, one of my highlights of AquaShella Chicago was I got to meet Brett Raymer from the TV series Tanked. I've watched that show, and I'm sure everybody else has for years upon years, and it was a really great honor to meeting him. I'll drop a picture of us together right here in the video, and yeah, it was an awesome feeling. But without further ado, we'll get into it. Now, as you can see, we got the shrimp. Now, we don't just have the crystal whites and the super blacks. We have a wide variety of shrimp because we did take right around 1,000 AquaShella. I think we got about 800 here, give or take. But my buddy Robbie always does an amazing job packaging these guys. So we'll open and see what we got. Oh, first one is the green jades. The green jades, man, those things sold like wildfire. And I know one of the issues when we were down there, people didn't like the fact that the shrimp we had were still very young, and that's because we had such a late order, almost a couple of weeks before AquaShella Chicago. So we're doing big orders right now, 1 for our customers, and then 2 for, that way they can grow out and we can have a lot of adults come AquaShella Dallas. Now let's see what we got here. Blue Dreams. Blue Dreams, man, these were one of our first ones to sell out. They sold out in day 1. And there were always, man, we actually had to start referring people to our buddies just because we were out. I mean, we brought 80 Blue Dreams and they were gone. Now, AquaShella Dallas, we're actually going to be bringing some more chameleons. I think we're going to bring 6 to 8 of them. We're going to be bringing a lot of males with a lot of vibrant colors. We're going to be bringing some Amjas and some Antelopes. We might even bring some Jacksons, so stay tuned for that. Black Rose. We didn't have these guys down in Chicago, but we were already bringing 14 species, and so we just didn't have the space. But in AquaShella Dallas, we're actually doing a double booth, so we'll have a lot of space. Looks like this one lost a little bit of water. There's no marking, but I know what these are. These are sun-kissed orange. That was another one of our top sellers. You can always tell a good breeder because he always sends ice packs, especially on these hot days. Let's see what else we got here. I love it, it's like Christmas. Alright, these aren't marked either, but I know what these are. These are Ultra Golds. For each one of these that we're naming off, we'll make sure to drop a picture. That way you guys know what we're talking about and what species they are. Now I can run real quick through, I guess I should have been telling you this, but a lot of people, when down in Chicago, they were unsure of what shrimp were what species and whether they were Caridina or Neos. And so we went through and marked up what everything was. Black Rose, those are Neos. Green Jades, Neos. Blue Dreams, Neos. Sun-Kissed Orange and Ultra Golds, those are all Neos. These right here are Fires, and that's another Neo. I actually don't think we ordered a whole lot of Caridina in here. I know for the most part, see, I spoke too soon. We got a few Tangerine Tigers in. Now, Tangerine Tigers aren't on our website, which is www.bluedogaquatics.org. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Blue Dog Aquatics and Reptiles. Tangerine Tigers aren't on our website just because they weren't a huge seller for us, and our population is really low. Also, another one that we don't have on the website is Blue Jellies, but our numbers are getting up really high for the Blue Jellies, so if you're looking for those, make sure to drop us a message or a comment. I know we've had a lot of sales since we've been home, so we've been staying pretty busy. Black King Kongs, that's another Caridina species. Oh man, it's kind of weird sitting down like this. My body does not bend like this anymore. Alright, what do we got here? We have RKKs. Man, these are tiny little guys, so it's a good thing that we're getting them now so that they can grow out. I'm so excited. I can't, it's like trying to figure out which one is the Super Blacks. I am trying to figure out what these are. They might be Blue Rileys. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess I'll have to wait to see what they are until we get them under a light so I can see their coloration pattern better. Now when you stack, you got to be careful because the underlining, see, some of these are still pretty full because they were on top, but the bags down below have kind of lost a little bit of air. These are really thick bags, which is awesome. We got some new blue bolts. You know what? I'm just going to sit down because my legs are hurting. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, like I said, it's really like Christmas morning. You got a whole bunch of trash over here, and yeah, the presents go very, very quickly. We got Bloody Marys. Now, Bloody Marys are another Neo species, and I hope you like it. We're actually running our gimbal, so it should be a lot smoother with camera holding and all that. We had it down in Chicago, but the first day that we were down there, we got down there. We were up all day Thursday, and then Friday we literally didn't go to sleep. We checked in, started setting up our booth, and I think we were awake for like 38 hours, and then we went upstairs Friday night, crashed for like 16 hours, and then we were up and started everything all over again. Now I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that these are the Super Blacks, which is awesome. Oh no, I was wrong. These are actually green emeralds. You gotta look for the label. But these guys are so dark because they're a higher grade of green jade. Green jades have more of the apparent green. When you get into the green emeralds, they're a lot darker. Especially looking through a thick bag, it can be hard to tell. Now let's see, we got another big bag here. Oh, here we are. We got super blacks, and they are all good size. Man, they look awesome. We'll make sure to do some macro shots of these guys so you can see them too. They look absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see them in the tank. And like I said, the crystal whites and the super blacks, they're not going to be up for sale right away. It'll probably be a little bit before, so we can get the colony built up and get their numbers up, and then it'll still be very limited on how much we sell. These right here are blue Rileys. Awesome, and they're actually good size, so we should be able to sell them pretty quickly and get breeding in them really rapidly. If you guys remember, we went through and actually, no, you didn't see that video because, oh, that's right, that video never aired. We went through and redesigned all the aquariums with a lot more custom work for each type of shrimp, and I got through the entire video and realized the sound was off when I went to start editing. So I had to shoot an entirely different video because I already had all the shrimp and everything put away. So we'll make sure to give you guys shots of each of the tanks and what it looks like. Maybe give you guys some ideas for if you want to set up a shrimp tank. I tell everybody before you set up a shrimp tank. Now, I was in a big box store yesterday because I had to pick up some dechlorinator for some betas, and if you pan over here to the right, my buddy over at Bin Beta Aquatic out of Colorado sent us home with, I think there's like 36 over there. These are candy cane betas. So if you know anybody that would like some, they are for sale. So just let us know. But yeah, we sold off the tarantulas and came home with betas. But so anyway, I was at the big box store and I had heard someone tell a customer that, oh, you know, you can put fish in after a week of a brand new tank being set up. And I'm like, I literally told the customer, I'm like, that is wrong. Ideally you want to wait 3 to 4 weeks, that way the tank can go through its entire nitrate process and the whole cycle. That's why we call it cycling tanks. And then she told him that he could put a fish per gallon, which is wrong. So essentially, according to her logic, if you had a 20-gallon tank, you could put 20 fish in there. What it is it's an inch per gallon. So every inch of a fish equates to 1 gallon of the tank. A 20-gallon, and so like shrimp, you can put a lot in because each one's like an inch. you don't put in a whole lot. Oh, let's see, what do we got here? We have orange Rileys. Oh my god, I forgot I ordered a ton of these. Orange Rileys are a Neo Caridina species. And we're getting down to the last 3, so one of these has got to be the crystal whites. We're actually going to be putting the crystal whites. So our bookshelf tank, we took all the fancy RTs down to AquaShella Chicago, and we didn't think that one through because then that's our skeleton tank, and we actually had to pull the entire skeleton out just to get all the shrimp out. So we haven't redone it yet and put it back in there. We might change it up, and that's the problem with tanks, is I'm always changing how they look and the designs. So we're gonna put the crystal whites for the time being in with the fancy RTs, and hopefully bring out a little bit more of the white in the fancy RTs. Here we have golden bees, which is a Caridina species. We're getting down there. We got 2 left. Wow, this is a really little bag. Oh, here we are. Here are the crystal whites. Man, they look kind of odd. They're not exactly what I would have thought of when I would have thought of a crystal white. They're pretty translucent with a few white stripes on them. So I would have definitely thought that they would have been like solid white or pure white. So that's definitely interesting. And then last but not least, let's see what we got here. I believe, yep, this is the crystal reds, which there's a bunch of babies in here, so they'll need some growing up. But like I said, if you enjoy this selection, if you have any questions about what we just got in today, make sure to drop a comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe this channel to stay up to date with everything that we have going on here and now in the future. We do videos every Monday and Friday, so stay tuned for that. If you have any ideas for video or for content, let us know, and we'll try to make that happen for you. And so you'll stay tuned. We're going to go get these guys down and we're going to get them floating, and then we'll show you the introductory of the super blacks and the crystal whites. That way you guys can see them. Like I said, we'll give you the macro shots of the crystal blacks and the crystal whites. And then also, for just to touch base on it, when you float, you want to float for 30 minutes and then open them up. We actually had a client from AquaShella, took the fish home, put them in, floated them in his tank, and then introduced them. Like, just cut the bag open and let them in it. And not shockingly, 3 out of the 4 died. And that's why I emphasize so much on, so when you float, all you're doing is bringing the temperature of the bags of shrimp to the temperature, roughly to the temperature of the tank. That way it doesn't shock them. Now, why we drip acclimate is to adjusting the water that's in the bags of shrimp to the water that's in the tanks. And what we do is we do a 45-minute drip. That way they have plenty of time to slowly acclimate. If not, you may end up with dead fish. And this doesn't go just for shrimp. This goes for any other aquatic, whether it's saltwater or freshwater. So hang tight. We'll get these guys down in their respected tanks, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we're down here. We got everybody floating right now, and we went ahead and changed out all of the filters for the new ones, and some of them were kind of getting clogged up. How you can tell that your filter's kind of going bad: A, you got a lot of crap built up on it, and B, the airflow coming through it slows down drastically. If that happens, you can either pull apart the filter, give it a good thorough clean out, or we upgraded to bigger ones, so we just switched them all out. We can actually zoom in down here. This is the super reds. They didn't have any come in today. We're actually letting them grow out so they can go into a new tank. But that filter right there actually came from my buddy Robbie up at Blue Crown Aquatics in California. Check them out on Facebook. They do great deals as far as filtering and all that jazz. But yeah, we got everybody floating, and if you want, you can, while we're waiting for these 30 minutes, go ahead and check out all the custom cages or the custom tanks. We did everyone a little bit different, so enjoy. So 30 minutes is up, guys. So what we're doing now is we're gonna start drip acclimating, which means cutting the bags open, putting them in the bucket, and then slowly letting them drip for about 45 minutes. Right now what we're working on, we already have one of the other ones going, the sun-kissed orange. What we're working on right now is the ultra golds. So lots of those guys. I know it might be hard to see them, but so we need a new bucket. I'm sorry, we actually got two going. We have the fire red and the sun-kissed orange. So put your bucket down. Put your shrimp in the bucket. Now there's eggs, so when shrimp are in transit, they are stressed, and so if there's a mom in there, they'll drop their eggs. I always put them in my tank just in case that they survive, but it's anybody's guess. So what you do is you just stick the airline in there. This is just rubber airline. Put a knot in it, give it a little suction. Hope you don't get too much water in your mouth. And then you want it a drip like this, about a drip every couple of seconds. And that gives them a nice slow acclimation. So we'll go ahead and get on it with the rest of them, and then we'll do a short video once, because we're gonna have to do this in tiers. A lot of my buckets are taken up, so we'll have to do the top tier first, acclimate them, and then do the next row and then the next row. So we'll jump into it when we get over the crystal whites. So all right, hang tight, guys. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. We got everybody acclimated, everybody in their tanks. I'll update the price or the inventory on the website here in a little bit. That way you guys know what we have in stock. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, because I'm always updating what we have coming in on Facebook. Not so much Instagram, but we do on Facebook. Again, the website is www.bluedogaquatics.org. Go ahead and check it out. We did get changed a lot. We do have our chameleons on there, some of our reptiles. We're kind of low on inventory on invertebrates such as tarantulas, but we'll keep you posted on that. And like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for this coming Monday. We got a special video just in store for you guys. And as always, the big question: your tank or mine?